Welcome once again. I'm your Sangita ma'am. Today we will learn about an important writing skill, story writing. So let's get started and learn how to write an interesting story. In this video, we will learn how to write an interesting, gripping story to which the reader will be glued, wondering what next. Story writing is an art and a creative challenge because in a short span of time period, one has to understand, think, adapt, and create a storyline. It has to be precise, simple, to the point, with a social or moral message. A short story is meant to be read in a single sitting, so it should be direct and brief. While writing, one has to adhere to the word limit or marks may be deducted. Children, while writing stories, please use your imagination to write something different. Don't try to borrow ideas from some stories or your lessons to write your story, as it will be very boring. So, the question arises, what is a short story? A short story is a work of fiction or imagination that is usually written in easily understandable grammatical structure with a natural flow of speech. Now let's understand what are the features of a good short story. The first thing is theme. Now, what is a theme? Theme is the central idea of the story. While writing, anchor your thoughts around a theme or a message so that you do not deviate from the main subject of attention. You can pick up themes like love heals, good conquers evil, united we stand, and honesty is the best policy. These are some of the all time relevant themes to weave your story around. Choose a theme that provides you maximum scope of creativity. Once, when you get the theme, think about a plot. Decide upon the sequence of events and actions which will be done by the character, the hero or heroine of your story. This ensures that the story moves in a definite direction. For example, you may develop your story around a character planning on something evil or a character who is sick and needs rare medicine, or a character who is worried about the uncertainty of his future. Your plot should be simple, clear, and understanding. Now, after your plot, when you have decided, here comes the setting. You have to decide. While writing the setting, describing it, mention the time, describe the location, the place where your story is taking place, context, and atmosphere. It is important, but keep in mind that you do not write a lengthy description of your setting and neglect the plot and the characters. So it has to be balanced. Now, once when you get these features, next comes your character. Now, you are writing a short story. So keep in mind that there should be a central character around whom the story revolves. Now, besides the central character, You can pick up, add one or two more characters, but limit the number of characters because you will be using up words to describe and introduce them, and you are writing a short story. So, fewer the characters, it is good. Now, while writing your story, present visual details, word pictures that let the readers into the mind of the characters, and descriptive details which enable the readers to experience the setting. Now, make sure that the character is not faced by too many complicated situations. Let there be only one problem which will be easy to wind up. Now comes the climax of the story. The climax is the most dramatic moment of the story, leading to the resolution of the conflict. There should be a surprise element, a twist, which makes the attitude of the character and starts looking at things differently. Now, when you have to develop a story from the given outline, first understand what the story is about. Now, here, children, we have been given an outline. When we read it, now what are we supposed to do? The outline simply it describes a sequence of events with characters in the form of points and short phrases. Now, how to write a story? First, you read the outline of the story carefully and understand what the story is about. Then develop the points of the outline into complete sentences while writing. Now, while writing, you follow the sequence in which the points are given. These points form the series of events in the story. Do not omit any part of the outline. Similarly, do not include unrelated or unnecessary events that may change your story completely. Include details to make the story interesting and enjoyable to read. Write the story in the past tense, even if the outline may be provided in the present tense. While writing a story, you can introduce dialogue or conversation to make your story more engaging. And while doing so, use direct speech to introduce these conversations. Now, here we have developed our story. And once when you read the story, the question arises, what should be the title? Now, the title of the story, how to choose it? It should be related to the main character or events of the story. Write the title using title casing, in which the main words begins with capital letters. Avoid use of quotation marks and punctuation marks in title unless it is a sentence. Now this, children, we have developed with the help of a outline. Now the next story which we have here, it is to complete the story. Now here we have been given an opening sentence. And here what we have to do, we have to use our imagination as to what happened after this. Did the family know what happened, or did the woman die unnoticed? So let's see what the story is. Now when you will read this story, children, you will find that the experience which the lady had was very dreadful. It was very traumatic for her. So that's why the title of the story is your dreadful experience. Now, here, children, we have done two kinds of stories. That is, to develop a story from the given outline and to write a story with an opening sentence. You may also be given to write a story where the moral may be given. You may be given a moral, and on that you have to develop a story. Or you may be given a situation. Hope, children, you all have understood how to write a story. Thank you, children.